Hello everybody, this is Cheeseburger Jesus, and welcome back to Infamous 8. My saves did not come over because it's a new update. So I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna go back to where we were. I'll be right back. Alright, I've gotten roughly back where we were. Okay, so preferences stayed, but not the say. Oh well, go ahead and. Did I even save last time? I can't recall. I wake with a start, brushing sleep from my eyelashes. What time is it? My phone's blinding light merges into 11:34 p.m. Somehow I've made my sleep pattern worse. Still no message from Destiny, not that I expected one. My stomach groans. Once again I haven't eaten. My limbs protest as I hoist myself from the sheets. I'm way too unfit. I'd like to say it's the atrophy of atrophy from being stuck in a hospital bed for 3 months, but I haven't done much since. I navigate my way to the door with my phone's light. Once again, I find myself on this corridor at stupid o'clock. This isn't normal, but at least I'm dressed. The kitchen light is on again. I'm not surprised to see her. This time, though, she notices me from the get-go. I'm sorry about last night. Words spill from my lips. I didn't expect anybody to be in here. It extracts a smile from her. There's the music. Turn her up. Although it's forced, it relieves tension. I seize the boost. I didn't catch her name last time around. I'm taking no prisoners. I at least have to find out her name. She shuffles as if she's about to bolt again, but manages to master herself. I'm Sarah. It's nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm Peter. How could I forget? By partaking in a traumatic car crash. That kind of killed the mood. Anyway, I've been having some sleeping trouble, so I thought I'd make a brew. You want one? She doesn't bolt when I move from the door. Instead, she accepts my offer with a nod. How do you like it? Tea, too. Me too. Okay, hold on. Go back to... make a brew. That's not what I was expecting. I don't know. First thing thought of when you said that was a mason jar. And then coffee, but I eventually got it. And then the T2, I don't understand that at all. With nothing left to say, we sink into silence. I stare at the static kettle, willing it to boil. Ah. She breaks the silence, but doesn't continue. Huh? Watched kettle never boils. You can say that again. She reciprocates my strained chuckle. I prepare each of our cups with a tea bag and 2 sugars. The kettle clicks on cue. I position myself over the counter and place her cup next to her plate of toast. She leans away as if touching me would contaminate her. So, what are you working on? I tap the pad, achieving the opposite of my desired effect, relieving attention. It's just my artwork. Sounds interesting. Can I see something? She squirms at the question. It makes me feel like an interrogator. I'm about to let it slide, but for her sharp nod. She finishes off her toast and flicks the pad open. This is something I've been working on. It takes a moment for the murky shading and outlines to consolidate into a picture. 2 facing silhouettes are wreathed by thick smoke. Galaxies and nebula swirl within them with a pleasant juxtaposition. I notice smoke leaks into the male-like silhouette's mouth and wreaths nearby galaxies. This is good. Will you show me when you've finished? She remains silent, with an expression and nod that seemed to say anything but yes. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. I like it, though. I'm surprised by the genuine smile tugging on her lips. She finishes her tea in a swill and rises, taking her notepad in arms. Thank you for the tea, but I must get to bed. You're welcome. I should do the same. I say that, but I haven't prepared my food yet. She leaves as I finish off my tea. I didn't have the chance to reply. She didn't say whether she'd show me any either. I make a sandwich and head back to my room. It's midnight. I'm not tired. I have nothing to do. Now I hate myself right now. Morning comes. I haven't slept a wink. It's going to be a long day. I'm dreading the thought. I'm early. I don't think I've ever been early. Maybe as a sperm. I can't imagine I'd win. Okay, that caught me off guard. That was good. That caught me off guard. Okay. Alright. Seriously caught me off guard. I flop, flop my horse. Okay, I gotta calm down. I flop my forehead on my clenched hands, wondering how I'll make it through today. I perk up when I hear Jennifer enter the room. I glance over, but I'm quick to rest my gaze back to my laced fingers. I wonder if she'll speak to me again. Hey, Peter! I turn back to her, unable to defeat the smile pulling on my lips. Hey. She parades over, with far too much energy this early in the morning. Or any time, for that matter. You look better today. It takes me off guard. Did I look that bad yesterday? Oh, I hadn't slept well. Or at all today. That's no excuse. You have to be ready for every day. She draws her fists in an aggressive stance, jabbing the air. Easy to say when morning's like caffeine to you. She leans over. They say life's a bitch. I'll kick her in the ass. Waving her fist as if I was the aggressor. Which means morning's nothing. She extracts a chuckle from me. I'll bear that in mind. I wouldn't want to be life's bitch or anything. No, you wouldn't. That's why you should come swimming. She takes a proud pose. I've already been this morning. I'm not going in the morning. I'm putting my foot down there at least. I have practice day. You could come tomorrow after school? Maybe. Mrs. Brown storms into the room. You will. She flashes a wink and makes her way back to her chair. Her whisper left hanging in the air. Why does she want me to join her? I don't even know if I can swim. I keep drifting off and startling myself awake in fear of Mrs. Brown's wrath. Every time I try to focus on the work, the writing blurs across the page. I watch the clock tick time away, each second longer than the last. When I make it back to my room, I feel re-energized after falling asleep all day. Typical. But it works in my favor. I shouldn't sleep until later if I want to get my sleep schedule back on track. If it was ever on track. I feel the same right there. Let's see. Sleeping from midnight to 5. That's good that's a healthy sleep schedule for a high schooler, right? I kill time reading my book, but I catch myself yawning. I put it down and think of ways to keep myself awake. My gaze comes to rest on my ransacked duffel bag. No. Then my wardrobe. Let's be real, that's not going to happen. I pick up my phone and find myself messaging Destiny again. Hey, long time no speak. I lay it down as it vibrates. Stop messaging or I'll call the police. Wait, what? Is she joking? Why would you call the police? Because you know which school I attend, I'm calling the police. What, she lives here? I swear I've moved to Sunnyside. I wait, but the response is futile. Is she really ringing the police? I send her my number, along with an invitation to ring me. I rest my phone on the table and wonder whether that was a stupid decision. What are the chances? A stranger I used to speak to on the internet happens to go to the same school. My phone startles me. I watch it dance across the side table. Unknown number, I brace myself and answer. Hey, Peter. Her greeting leaves me rubbing my ear. Wait, Jennifer is Destiny? Yes, it's Destiny that we swim tomorrow. No, I'm asking if you're Destiny. I know I'm amazing, but I'm not Destiny. Is she being cryptic? No, she can't be. Destiny doesn't know my real name. How did you get my number? Well, out of all of this, I'm surprised to hear her voice fall sheepish. I one-belled myself from your phone at lunch yesterday. I assume that means she texted from his phone yesterday. She giggles down the line. I'm sorry, I should have asked you, but you did say you'd come swimming with me. I laugh in resignation. It's okay. My phone vibrates. I just received a message. You can get to it, right after you agree to come swimming. I said I would, didn't I? You said so yourself. That's what I like to hear. Bye-bye. Bye. My reply lost to the end call tone. Why does she want me to come? I'm not sure, but my mind is soon back on Destiny. I check my phone to find a missed call and a message. It's Destiny. If you've moved here, meet me on the roof in 20 minutes. Wait, which roof? I message her as much, but there's no reply. Well, I have 20 minutes to find it and something to keep me awake, I guess. The roof. Oh, that's right, my map. I scan over, but it doesn't cover the rooftops. I make my way to the main building. I was hoping to ask somebody for direction, but the grounds are empty. I find a nook and follow it out of curiosity. I have nothing else to go off of. Dumb luck is on my side. The steps lead to the roof, but the sign on the pillar states, authorized personnel only. Maybe it's best if I didn't ask anyone. I scan the area. Nobody. I find myself climbing the steps, looking over my shoulder to make sure no one is I'm going to assume that no one is behind him. The roof is vacant. I'm not surprised. This place has seen better days. Why would she want to meet me here? This doesn't seem like a safe place to meet a stranger. It's been 20 minutes. She should be here. I get restless and pace the roof, looking out through the fence. It's like I'm on the divide between two worlds. The human world one way, the natural world the other. The evening breeze whistles through the fence, drawing my attention back to the city. It's like one giant organism from up here. Humans like cells and streets like veins. The buildings like organs I add as an afterthought, just to complete the comparison. As for me, I'm a foreign cell trying to adapt to this new biosystem, trapped in the belly of the beast. It is you. A familiar voice grabs my attention. Danielle? I'm frozen by her analyzing gaze. It's as if she's tearing me apart and reconstructing me in her mind. You're the only new student in my class. Lost cause. Explains why you don't know what to do with your life. Ouch, she doesn't miss the opportunity. I'm left tongue-tied, I can't deny it. Have you played Smack Division's new MMORPG, Magnum Dylon? Or Magnum Dillon? Yeah, because Celine Dion. Whatever. Prompted by the unexpected question, my brain lurches a response. I can't say I have. How many times am I going to say that? It's good. It runs on the ethereal engine. That engine rings a bell. Wait, didn't you start creating your own game? I did. Her shoulders drop. I'm surprised to see her looking ashamed? Anything other than impassive, for that matter. But I gave up on that. It was a terrible idea. That sucks. I was on the short list. Have you started something new? Her eyes narrow. I have. I'm going to complete it this time. Don't tell Jennifer about this, okay? Why not? Because she'll tell everybody. I'm stunned. It was so cold yesterday. Now I know something about her that Jennifer doesn't. Your secret's safe with me. It pulls a scowl from her. Good. Unease strikes at the thought of holding it over her. The setting sun recedes. A yawn seizes me. Yes, I must get going. I altered my schedule to meet you here. Schedule? Beyond school? My stomach falls at the thought. Thanks. What for? For not ringing the police, I guess? A smirk tugs at our lips. That's okay. Bye. She turns on her heel and marches to the steps. I'll see you tomorrow. My words left to scatter in the wind. Awake before my alarm. Despite 12 hours of sleep, I'm fighting to stay awake. I kick off my quilt, and the cold drives me from my pit. A thought disturbs my morning stretch. Jennifer wants me to join her for a swim today. Really though, swimming leaves me with an uneasy feeling. It's something I should have avoided. I roll up my trouser leg to reveal the scar tissue. Two hairless spots of bright pink located above my ankle and below my kneecap, marking the incisions of the metal rod and screws. I'm not ashamed of how it looks. I'd rather avoid questions I don't want to answer. I'm early again. There are a few people conversing in the classroom, so I wait outside. I'm distracted by footsteps approaching from behind. Hey, hey. She fixes me with an expectant stare. I don't know what to say. She takes a glimpse to each side. Don't you play anything anymore? No, when I think about it, not since we stopped talking. Not since Club Seal. I haven't played it since we did. Yeah, me either. Hey guys! Jennifer waves from the end of the corridor and parades over. Our conversation shunned at her arrival. As far as Jennifer knows, I've exchanged a few words with Danielle. I get the feeling Danielle wants to keep it that way. Hey, we're going swimming after school. You should join us. She pokes Danielle in the side, pulling a grimace from her. No thanks. That's okay, we're still going. She nudges into me with her shoulder, a reminder I'm yet to expose my scars. Danielle inspects her phone. Class is starting. We head inside and ready ourselves for class. Oh boy, time for class. The end of school dawns, the prospect of swimming ever daunting. The moment the bell rings, I spy Jennifer in my peripheral. She springs and lands by my desk, drawing a few glances from our exiting classmates. Ready? I guess so. She's already off. It takes me a few keen strides to catch up with her. So, how are you finding it here? It's not so bad. I think that's a fair assessment. Not sure why I had myself so worked up about coming here, although it's easier said in hindsight. She laughs. You don't seem too happy about it. Leave something behind? Or someone, maybe? Come on, you can tell little old me. She probes my expression. No, nothing. Can you leave nothing behind? Well, there was something left. My existence. Which might as well have been nothing. I shake my head at the reminder. My apprehension saps away her curious excitement. We fall into silence. She keeps twitching as if she's about to say something and withdraws. When we reach the changing room, she breaks the silence. So, are you any good at dancing? My brow lifts to her question. No, why would I? I'm just messing with you. She grips my wrist and pulls me. Come on, let's get changed. Wait, together. I catch my tongue and write it out. I get myself changed, but Jennifer's still in there. What's taking her so long? I decide to head out on my own. I've never been swimming before, but here it goes. Breath rushes from my lungs. I'm quick to climb out. The afternoon breeze pulls a shiver over me. I glance around, hoping nobody was privy. Oh, give me a sec. Okay, Google helped with that one. So it's basically, yeah, no one was watching. You see, the problem is when I think privy, I learned it vocabulary essentially an outhouse. So, my head spins to a snicker from behind. Our eyes connect. I lower my head and she bursts into a fit of laughter. You're such a girl, I have to admit. It's emasculating to be called a girl. By a girl I've met a handful of times. It's cold, I'd like to see you jump in there. Having now taken in the sight of her, I find myself taken back by how scantily clad her body is. Watch me. She says it with an air of confidence that makes me want to eat my words. I find myself swallowing them when she dives into the pool, resurfacing on the other end with a devilish grin. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't impressed. She climbs out and strides over, supporting a grin. Go on, I bet you can't reach halfway. What have I gotten myself into? I'm not sure, but my pride isn't about to let me back down. I ready myself at the edge of the pool and take a deep breath. I dive in, flailing my arms and legs. I find it's counterproductive as I've almost come to a standstill on a few occasions. I feel my breath coming to an end, despite taking the largest breath I could muster. I just have to make it halfway, but I can't determine my location through my obscured vision. I inhale a mouthful of water, plunging panic down my throat. Can't breathe. I thrash to the surface and gasp for air. An image of reaching out to the doctor flashes through my mind. I rest my torso over the edge of the pool, heart pounding against the ground. She approaches as I cough and spit out water. Are you okay? I compose myself and crane my neck towards her. Yeah, I'm fine. I take a deep breath and rise without her help. I've made it about a third of the way, but I can't care. Her concern melts into a grin. Can I ask something? You just did. The residing adrenaline results in a jibe. She makes a movement as if she's going to jab my arm, but retracts her hand. Silly. Anyway, have you swam before? I haven't. How'd you know? Well, you'd know that the pool would be cold for a start. Guess can't argue with that. Except for some pools which are warm, but still. You shouldn't flail your arms and legs either. Get into a controlled rhythm or you'll waste valuable energy and oxygen. Thanks for the tip. What's with your swimsuit, by the way? I haven't seen one like it before. This is my outfit for the synchronized swimming team. She shoots her arm into a V, I imagine for vendetta against my sanity. It's best for me to train in this as I'll have to perform in it. Anyway, I have my routine to attend to. You should find a rhythm and go from there. Thanks, I'll give it a go. This time I brace myself for the cold, easing myself into the pool and finding a relaxed rhythm. My new methodical movements more efficient, my speed has increased and I exert less energy. After a few measured lengths, I pick up the pace and find myself feeling liberated? Well, I did until I overexerted myself. My breath's ragged and my leg drags like lead. I climb out and sit on the edge, my weight shifted to my right buttock, allowing my left leg to rest. I proceed to rub my leg, pressing points to inspect the damage. It's nothing major, but I've put too much strain on it. Content it's nothing to worry about, I find myself captivated by Jennifer. She's going about her routine. Her body is elegant. She glides from one end of the pool to the other, as if every movement was choreographed. The top half of her body submerges and her legs straighten out into the air. She performs a running-like motion before flipping and resurfacing. She wipes her eyes and spots me watching from on the sideline. I avert my gaze. It's okay, you can watch. Her presumptuous statement, with my previous line of thought, brings a burning to my cheeks. She swims over, her expression growing curious. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It's a knee-jerk response. There's no way I can tell her about the metal rod in my leg or the impurity of my thoughts. She measures my unnatural position and expression. Questioning tilt lines her brow. Are you about to... No, she giggles at my reaction. I'm done for today. Are you ready to head in? Sure. Happy to drop the subject, I rise with a wince. She misses it as she climbs out. So how'd you find it? Huh? Swimming. A lot better after your advice, thanks. I notice her glance at the scarring on my leg, but she doesn't say anything. It's the most obvious scar on my body, and I'm surprised she didn't notice earlier. We share a few moments in silence before heading in. She's taking longer than last time, though I'm not sure why I'm waiting. So you'll come again? Maybe. You will? She whispers and makes her way through the main doors. I'm still curious why she wants me to come, but it's nice knowing she wants me to. I'm approaching my first weekend, my first week of school. I'm beginning to feel this won't be so bad, though my food is dwindling. I'll be fine for tonight, but I should head out tomorrow and survey the area. Content with my conclusion, I rinse my dish and rest it to dry. As I exit the kitchen, Sarah appears through the far door. Hey, Sarah. Hey. I approach her and realize I have nothing to say. So, what are you doing? Nothing. She glimpses to room 119. I see. She's not making this easy. I was wondering if you'd help me with the local area. I need to do some shopping. I watch the conflict play out across her face. She's sure. She doesn't seem sure. I'm beginning to question whether she's capable of saying no. I just need to get my things. Me too. I head into my room to grab my bag and wallet. Sarah emerges not too long after, so 119 is her room. Ready? Yeah. I set the pace and she trails. She falls in step as we exit the building, pinning her eyes on the ground. The silence is deafening. Speaking of deafening. Hey, Peter! Kara! Oh no. Jennifer strides towards us. Sarah shrinks to her presence. I glance behind us and shoot her a raised brow. Kara? You mean Sarah? A hint of red rises in Jennifer's cheeks. I turn to Sarah, her head bowed and cheeks ablaze. My gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought you said Kara. You remind me of someone I used to know. I have to stifle a laugh at the situation. But now we're stood in this awkward triangle. I feel responsible for Sarah's discomfort. We need to get going. Right, Sarah? Her gaze fixes on the gate. I've made the right choice. Yeah, me too. See you around, guys. Later. Bye-bye. Is she so shy she let someone call her by the wrong name? It's an amusing thought, but it's cute. Well, I mean, I let people do it all the time, but I mean, okay. I'm grateful for our saunter. My leg is still aching. Sarah's silent. I watch her curiosity sweep from the birds in the trees down to insects in the bushes. She's always uneasy yet unamusing. Wait, did I read that right? No, yet unassuming. Yeah. It's conflicting. I don't know whether to be anxious or relaxed. She shrinks in the city. I imagine she's as intimidated by it as I am. Her eyes flicker at people walking past as if they were potential assailants. Our silence unsettling. I search for a topic. The poster in class comes to mind. So, are you in the art club? No, I just like to draw. Her reluctance palpable. Maybe she wants to join, but she's too shy? I can't think of anything to say. Well, I think I just heard chicken. That's not part of the game, but I'm gonna go see what that was. I have no idea what the chicken thing was. It makes me feel bad for what feels like using her as a guide. Here we are. Thanks. What are you getting? I don't need anything. Really? I feel bad for dragging you out now. It's okay. Her smile convincing enough to put me at ease. Still, I can't help wonder, does she feel a responsibility to help me? Or does she feel inclined because she's afraid to say no? She leads me down the aisles, twisting her fingers in her sleeves. She brings her sleeve to her lips and stares into the shelves. It's as if she's disconnecting herself from her surroundings rather than browsing. She just avoids a passing man, offering an apology he doesn't acknowledge. Sorry. Sarah doesn't strike me as someone who's used to being acknowledged. I think she'd prefer to merge into the background, like a picture. I intercept her and lead the way, picking up groceries as we progress. She decides to grab a few loaves and some butter. At least it wasn't a complete waste of time for her. We make our way to the checkout. The cashier scans through my items. That's £19 and 91 pence, please. Commercial break. Google sucks. Well, on my phone. That is $25.94. Spent more than I thought. I hand over the cash and he hands me my change and receipt. Thanks. My arms jolt to the weight of the bags. I rest them aside and wait for Sarah. That's dag nabbit. Another commercial break. I'm just putting it in my own currency, so that way I get a feel of it, how much it is. That's $5.16, please. She fumbles to both pay him and receive the bag. I echo the cashier's smile. She takes her bag and approaches with a wavering smile. Are you ready? Yeah, let's go. The setting sun greets us. Sarah lingers behind me. I attempt to pick up the conversation from earlier. So, have you considered joining the art club? No. But I'm shot down faster than last time. This whole trip feels like a disaster. I thought she'd open up a little, but it stressed her out. These bags are reawakening the ache in my arms, too. Her shoulders fall slack when we make it back. We head to the kitchen to deposit our goods. She's packed away her things. I've still got 2 bags left. Bye. Thanks, I appreciate it. See you later. You're welcome. She fights a smile and heads back to her room. I don't know what to think. She's an enigma. I spend the morning playing any game of interest from the app market. I can see myself squandering another Saturday. But after my productive week, it'd be a shame to revert so soon. With little else in mind, I decide to explore the campus. I might check out the art room. There seems to be a music room too. Did someone say tuba? I almost bump into Danielle as I turn the corner. Hey, what are you up to? Her expression shifts from a lifted brow to an easy smile. I'm going to the staff room. Why? You in trouble or something? No. She sighs in exasperation. They let me use the high-spec computers on weekends. My laptop is laggy. A drop of frustration mars her tone. Okay, so it's a lot different context than what I was expecting when I saw this screenshot on the itch.io page. Oh, I see. Want to join me? There's usually a few free. I can't deny that I'm curious. You see, this is what I get. My laptop. I don't want to get on a rant about computers right now, but I'm saving up to build a computer that'll be a lot better than this current computer that I'm using. I don't know. I can do a lot with i3 and integrated graphics, but you can only do so much. That's part of the reason why there's so many visual novels and not much else. Because what can run and record on an i3 with integrated graphics? Well, an older generation i3. Going to build a Ryzen computer. I'm too off topic. Sorry. She's seemed eager to talk to me. Jennifer has cut us short a few times. Sure. She turns on her heel and leads the way. The teachers give greetings to Danielle, who returns. So, are you going to introduce us? High-spec computers. High-spec computers. He's joining me. She strides past, making her way to her goal. Guess I'll introduce myself then. Hey, I'm Peter. I moved in last week. Another teacher turns his chair, realization glinting in his eye. Peter! Nice to meet you, Peter. I reach his extended hand. He shakes and pulls me in. I'm new here too. I'm Mr. Brent. Nice to meet you. I thought I should introduce myself. It's hard being the new guy, wouldn't you say? Guess so. He turns back in his chair, gray coat swinging from the back. I wait, expecting something more. It doesn't come. Oh, that was weird. I follow Danielle to the far computers. Do you know him? No, why? He started 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard him say more than a few words to anybody on his own accord. I shrug it off. I doubt I would have heard more than a sentence or two from Danielle if she wasn't Destiny. Anyway, you should show me that game. What was it again? Magnum something. Magnum Delon. I don't know. We settled down on a computer each. Okay, give me a few minutes. I'll get you a code. A code? So you can play. She proceeds, and I take the opportunity to read up on the game. Humanity has concerned the majority of the world's resources. People left to starve throughout kingdoms across the world, not deemed worthy of survival. Every country fought for a stake in the resources until 4 remained. The 4 remaining races each developed technologies to form super soldiers. Each faction with a part to play in what the people rumored to be the end times of Earth. My eyes come to rest on the price tag. I could afford it, but it would be a major dent in my funds. Damn, this game isn't cheap. It's okay, type this in. She motions to her screen. I lean back to find a serial number. Wait, you bought an account for me? No, I have ways. That seems don't question a freebie. Okay, okay. Read out the code. Literally me talking with my friends. I don't think this comes on a USB. Don't question a freebie. She reads it aloud, and I type it in. That's my friend's account. Go to his level 37, Victise Warrior. Okay. I'll go on my level 29, Memrosian Soldier, and still beat you. I forgot how competitive she was. I accept her invitation, and the timer counts down. 3, 2, 1. Fight! We're summoned to the forest fortress. Small outposts are scattered through the trees, hidden by a thick foliage. Rope bridges run through the canopy. Basics first, I find the attack button and lash through the air with my futuristic battle axe. The movements are slow. There must be some way. I press through the controls and find my character boost through the air. This will take some getting used to. I spot movement in the canopy above. I try to spot her with the awkward camera rotation. When I catch a glimpse, it's too late. She bears her sword in my back. X Destiny X is the victor. Slams onto the screen, cracking the make-believe lens. I hear her chuckling behind me. I see you're still a noob. That's cheating. I don't know the controls yet. Ignorance of law excuses no one. That's a good statement right there. I don't see how that applies here. Do I really need to lecture you on about how tough the world is? It's just a game. Then you shouldn't be upset about losing, right? I'm not. A few teachers glance over, her lips curl into a smirk. Again? I sigh in resignation, after I've looked up the controls. No use, she's too good. I can't look at her, that smirk will annoy me. Again. She says nothing, but the timer ticks down. She plucks me out of the air with her sword and slams me into the ground. Dead. Again. I'm sure it's 11-0. I'm done. I should probably head back. It was fun. Yeah, for you, I bet. She releases her smirk. You played me longer than most. I can't have been that bad. I have a good mind to never play you again. That's just because you're a noob. I can only laugh in the face of defeat. Bye, Danielle. I'll see you around. Bye. I look back and she's still on the computer, despite her words. I wanted to beat her. Still, I head out with a lazy smile. That's right, I forgot to check out the art room. Maybe another day. Looks like an early night is on the cards. I couldn't manage that a week ago. But here I am, adapting to my new life, meeting people and making acquaintances. I can't say I've paid much attention in class, though I can say the work is harder than the basics in hospital. I'm also adapting to this room, this environment, this new life. My shoulders sink into the sheets, every breath feels lighter. My mind calm. I close my eyes, basking in relaxation. Sleep caresses my consciousness. I fall into its grasp. I slip into another world. I've been here before. A watchtower looms on the hill next to a quaint village, lifeless streets and desolate buildings veiled by the gloom of its shadow. Nostalgia washes over me. This place. It's fueled by dry ink and scattered pages. My body carries me the same route, skipping the same parts of the journey, past the dilapidated church and tavern, to the center of town without fail. A wooden shack rests in the middle, glowing through its crevices. I shimmer towards it, like a moth drawn to its angelic light. On cue, the door creaks open, revealing two angels. They greet me with open arms. A heavenly aroma wafts from the bubbling pans. When I enter, the female wraps me in her embrace. I close my eyes, trying to savor the feeling while it lasts. That's odd. The smell of burning rubber invades my nostrils. She pushes me to arm's length and digs her fingers into my shoulders. A shrill scream permeates the air. My eyes open to her twisted features. They melt from her face. She convulses and hauls me to the ground. I wake on impact, gasping for air. The scream rings in my ears. Cold sweat wreathes my skin. Dried tears stain my cheeks. I rush out of bed, but my legs buckle. Though the ground finds me, my stomach remains in vertigo. I flail on the floor, groping the fabric of the carpet and the panel on my desk, unable to ground myself. The brunt of the anxiety passes, but embers reside in my stomach. I fear they'll reignite. The more I try not to think about it, the more it festers. Try not to think of a pink elephant, and you shall. That dream was once a comfort to me. That house, those angels, were where I found peace, but it usually ended in her arms. It's also vague. I can't help think they're a subconscious portrayal of my parents. She shares the same curly hair as my mother. Maybe that hut was parallel to the life I once had. A life in darkness. A light that was taken away. Thoughts that lay burden on the rest of the day. I'm glad I had yesterday to recover. I wouldn't be in class otherwise. The world's receded an inch. Everything feels so far away. Students fled into the room. Jennifer conspicuous among them. Right now I don't feel like dealing with her personality. Of course she approaches me. Eye contact extracts a reflexive smile from me. Hey, Peter. But her glee grinds through me. Hey. I can't surpass a hollow tone. Are you okay? Confusion tilts her features. She reaches out, but her fingers hover over my arm. Yeah. The word slithers off my tongue. What should I say? No? Should I spill my problems to a girl I've spoken to a handful of times? We're locked in an uneasy silence. Miss Brown enters and storms to her desk. Jennifer bites her bottom lip and returns to her chair. She looked worried. She's been kind to me, and I brush her off for talking to me. It's no fault of her own, no less. If she hadn't called me over the first day, I may not have had the confidence to approach anyone. I know I shouldn't have come in today. I'm allowed to leave early for my appointment. I should speak to Jennifer. She seemed concerned earlier. I left for my room at dinner, needing time to think. Welcome back, Peter, he says with the same exaggerated flourish. I take the seat. So let's start where we left off. How's your stay at Sunnyside? It's going okay, I guess. Met a few people, I've improved my practicality, I've motivated myself to attend school. It's a start, right? Putting everything in perspective, it lifts my mood. It's just a dream, but the feelings it evokes, I can't let it control my life. He observes my brooding. It's subtle almost, non-intrusive. Can I ask the nature of your uncle's reference? I don't want to talk about it. You don't have to tell me what the problem is, but I could help you with the symptoms. What, so you can figure out what's wrong with me? Like I'm some puzzle to be solved? He takes my silence as a means to question. Are you eating well? I'm doing okay. I fidget as I relay my answer. What about sleep? Pattern is still a little messed up, but I haven't missed class. Elaborate on messed up. I often have late. I cut myself off. Let's just say I have had a few problems, but I'm adapting. Good. Be sure to get yourself into a routine. Your circadian rhythm regulates your mood, after all. I have some questions regarding your general mental health. Woo. If you could just answer between 1 and 5, 1 being not at all and 5 being consistently. You know? I think this is where I'll save it. So I'm muting that all for the outro. This is all that I am going to record for today because I'm honestly out of time. I took my sweet little time recording this, but I got a fair bit ahead. I know that choices are coming up because the developers, we've been talking through email. He didn't elaborate on it, but he said choices will be after an event. And well, I assume that was the event. So, this is all the time I have to record to today, and you will see more of this probably next week. This is Cheeseburger Jesus signing out. Bye bye!